in the building, the Real Talk Podcast, with your man, Fly Guy, and your boy Simba is going down right here, IntellectualRadio.com. What's going on, Fly Guy?
Man, I'm ready to feed my brain.
Man,
what about you?
My brain been fed.
Your brain been dieting.
I got me a new, I know, I'm losing a lot of weight. I got me a new hat. Look at that, everybody. Intellectual Radio. If you guys want to get you a hat, you want to get you a t-shirt, I got it all right here. Hit me up, and I'll let Earl know your size, and we can you can order yours.
Look forward to that. Look for that. Look forward to that. Look forward to that. Yes. We got Perry. We have merchandise here at Intellectual Radio. So not only can you feed your brain, but you can help us fatten our pockets.
And you can look good while feeding your brain. Golly, come on, Fly Guy. We'll never sell a shirt.
Yes, we will. Yes, we will. Yes, we will.
He said, not only can you feed your brain,
because everybody,
you can fatten our pockets.
But everybody want to look intellectual. Everybody want to look intellectual. Everybody want to be the smartest person in the room. So ain't nothing wrong with supporting Black-owned business, because we're going to talk about that. So I know where I'm going. Thank you, sir.
I like the hat.
Thank you, sir. I know where I'm going with this. Yes, we're going to help Black-owned business because we help fatten everybody else's pockets.
Hey,
when we're buying Gucci, when we're buying Louis Vuitton, when we're buying Chanel, when we're buying
Earl, you see what I'm rocking, don't you? Be symbolic from the head to the toe. So, I just ordered some Be Symbolic drawers, y'all.
See,
I ordered some Be Symbolic. What? I ain't gonna show them. I'm just letting you know.
Don't nobody need to know that. Socks, you don't need to give a visual.
T-shirts, hoodies,
walking around in
hats,
Be Symbolic drawers,
jogging suits. We getting it all. We getting it all.
Anybody got some singles out there?
No, we ain't doing that. We selling underwear, not modeling.
Hey,
underwear.
I'm just saying,
Come
brother.
on, Fly Guy trying to put me out there, Earl. You trying to put me out on.
You know how you do, Simeon. But Simeon, we are in the season, brother. It's just the season to be grateful. So tonight, this is all about rejoicing. This is all about being grateful, being thankful, celebrating the festivities of this season, this Advent season, this season of anticipation and expectation, the season of love, the season of giving and receiving, gifting and regifting.
Wait a minute now. Wait a minute.
The passing of the fruitcake.
No. Hold on. It is so funny that you just said fruitcake. One of our listeners and watchers, if you're watching, fruitcake is not good. Have you ever had a fruitcake?
I have never eaten fruitcake.
Have you seen one?
I have seen one. Yes.
It's like everything in the kitchen goes in the fruitcake.
So is it like a garbage pizza?
Man, it's fruit.
Everything goes in there.
They put fruit, they put nuts, they put cheese, they put
jalapenos,
raisins, cranberries, walnuts, pecans, you name it, they put it in the fruitcake. Ain't that right? We got somebody laughing. They know what I'm talking about. The fruitcake. I tasted a fruitcake, Earl, for the first time, I want to say 2 weeks ago. Needless to say, I took one bite. It was over. And I was
What prompted you to take a bite of fruitcake?
Because I never had one. So I wanted to see if it was really as bad as people said. And it was.
So you thought it was just a myth that people were regifting it?
I think I chipped my tooth.
You had to try it for yourself, brother. A gluttony for punishment.
But let me tell you something, Fly Guy. I'm like, how does a cake taste that nasty?
Well, I don't think it's that type of cake.
And then it's hard. I think,
but it's not that. It's not Duncan Hines. It ain't that type of cake.
Hines, no.
It's supposed to be, I'm assuming, some form of, for lack of better words, healthy, because it's got all of those natural. Well, it's got raisins and nuts and berries in it.
You know, I've been eating vegan, and I've been making some really good food. I made some. Me and my friend made some lasagna soup. I made chopped cheese. I made pizza. I made tacos yesterday. I made bowls, and or you name it, I've done. I've been juicing. Everything is going down, and it's good. So
that's great.
You can't.
I'm glad to know that you're doing that. But for those that still eat fruitcake, I think that in the imagination of the mind, brother, that because it has all of those types of ingredients. See, it don't have lard in it. It don't have brown sugar and white sugar.
Yeah.
It don't have that in it. So
what's in it? I want somebody, please.
I have never made one, and I've never eaten one.
Please, if you're watching the show, give me at least 3 ingredients that goes in a fruitcake. to get it started. Or call in at 708-223-8953. If you've ever experienced a fruitcake, we want to know about it right here on Intellectual Radio, where we not only feed your mind,
Someone's
but we're
experienced the
feeding.
fruitcake before.
Earl, you said you never had one, right? You've seen it, though.
Someone out
You've seen
there,
one, right? Oh, you did taste it. And what'd you think? Like,
someone knows what it's
can I
like
ask
to
you a
be
question, Earl?
nuttier than a
Who
fruitcake.
made the fruitcake you tasted? Who made it? Was it somebody you knew?
It was probably store bought. Right. It was
All
probably
I got
store
to say
bought.
is, all I know is,
Black people ain't making fruitcakes in their kitchen.
yes, they are.
Oh, are they?
That the one I tasted was made by a black person
But you didn't like
from
it.
the South.
You didn't like it.
Did
Well,
not.
don't drop a name. Save
I ain't
yourself.
gonna say no names.
Don't
I
drop
ain't
a
saying no
name.
name. I'm not
Said
saying no
that.
name. I'm not
But,
saying. I'm saying South side.
but not South as in Louisiana or
Louisiana.
Tennessee. You're
Is
talking about the South side of Chicago.
I don't know.
That's still up north. Great migration. So
Yeah, but
that don't count.
I'm cool on the fruit.
That don't count. That don't count. But this is the season, everybody, to be joyful and be grateful. So, Simeon, if you had one wish for Christmas, what would it be and why? One wish, brother. What would it be and why?
One wish, it would be healthy. My one wish right now is to be in complete health. To be in complete health. Because if I'm healthy, everything else I can work on. Because if you got your health, you can work on your spiritual, you can work on your mental, you can work on your financial, you can work on your relationships, you can work on all these things as long as you have your health. So the one thing that I'm praising God for and walking in agreement for is having great health going into this new year.
And that's awesome, brother, because health is important.
Yes.
You know, sometimes we wish for money.
Mhm.
Sometimes we wish for tangible things
They can keep
because
that.
we think that having, material things bring us satisfaction. Those things are temporary. What
Yeah.
Simeon is talking about is long term.
Mhm.
It's your life, the capacity in which you live and the capacity in which you're able to move and enjoy life. Because
Mhm.
if you have all the money in the world, but you don't have your health, you can't enjoy that. What can you do? Where can you go? So I agree. Health is imperative. For me, it would always be peace.
Yeah, okay.
Because
I'm with you.
peace is the biggest gift that God can give. God gives life, but God gives peace. And when you have peace,
Mhm.
you're able to function in a serene space, no matter
Yeah.
what's going on
Because
around
love
you.
goes with peace.
Love goes with peace.
Yes,
It does.
I'm with you on
And
that.
joy goes with love.
Yeah.
And so when you have these things, these ingredients make up a total package of you. That's a
Man.
healthy package.
Man.
Because you can look in the mirror and you can affirm yourself
Yes.
every day.
Yes.
I have the joy and the peace that the world didn't give, and the world can't take it away. I'm telling you,
Come on,
give
hey.
yourself an affirmation. And
708-223-8953. We taking up offerings for Fly Guy right now.
That
He
is
just laid it down.
critical.
He laid it
That
down.
because that's critical.
Yes.
You have to be mentally to get healthy,
Yes.
physically healthy, and spiritually healthy.
Yes.
And if you're not walking in a peaceful space and you can't hold space with yourself in peace,
Yeah.
how can you provide that with somebody
Come on,
else?
man. I'm with
It's
you.
so much chaos
with
and
you.
confrontation going on in the world. And that's why tonight's segment, we're removing ourselves from that.
I like this
we're
Fly Guy.
segueing away from that for tonight because we're in the season. We're in the season
No, you're right.
of
You're right.
being grateful and joyful. And
There's
so
a time for everything.
it is.
There's a time. And right now is a time for peace, love, joy, and happiness. It is that time because there's so many things going on in the world, Fly Guy. We know that if you want to talk about nonsense, if you want to be discouraged, if you want to be, it's a lot to talk about. But it comes a time when we have to, shift gears a little bit because some of us we need those good words.
We all need
we
inspiration.
Need the smile, we need the inspiration, and we need that motivation.
Yeah. Exactly. So let us know if you had one wish for Christmas,
Who singing
what
that
would
song? I
it
can't.
be?
Earl, who singing that song?
708-223-8953
If I had one
is
wish.
the number to reach us at. Holler at us, feed your brain at 708-223-8953. Your fly guy and
And
Simbo
can
would
somebody
love
please?
to hear from you.
And can somebody please put in the comments for me what song is that? Who sings the song "One Wish"? I can't think. I'm drawing a blank. The song "One Wish." To be with you. Dun, 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 dun. Please put it in there for me. I can't think of it.
Now, send me high. During this season,
Yes.
we get a pass, right?
Hmm?
So
A
we get a
pass.
pass. We get a pass.
A
So
pass for
this is
what?
the season where we tend to overeat. We
Mm,
tend to splurge
mm.
more. We tend to treat ourselves, and
Ray
then
J.
we tend to attach ourselves to humanitarianism and being philanthropic by supporting a charitable cause. So, talk to us and share with us about your favorite splurge. What is the best? What is the thing that you splurge on the most, brother?
You already know what it is.
I don't.
You
And if I
do.
know, they need to know.
Earl, tell them. Thank you. You know this. You know the
Nothing
answer.
changes.
You know
But
the answer.
whether I know it or not, there is an
They
entire
know. If they
listening
know me,
audience
they
out there
know.
that may
What
not
does
know it.
Simbo
Everybody, you can't assume
is
everybody
got number
listening
one?
know you.
Hey, what's going on, Thea Camaro? How you
You
doing?
can't
Hey,
assume that.
everybody, if you don't know what my guilty pleasure is, what I like to splurge on, what I is gym shoes. Now I'm letting you know this, Earl. I'm letting you know this, Fly Guy. I'm letting all the listeners know this. I'm done for the year. I got one more pair of shoes that I'm getting, and I'm not buying shoes all year because I got something to do. And I ain't got time to be buying shoes because I got shoes from 15, 20 years ago that I still ain't wore yet, Earl. So
I
I'm
know
not,
you a sneakerhead. So let me
I'm
ask you
going.
this. If you walk in the store
Mm-hmm.
and you go in there with the intention
Yes.
to get a gift for someone else, but you see these knockdown,
Suki.
drag out gym shoes that you got
Mm,
to have,
mm.
are you going to get those gym shoes and then scale down
Nope, I'm not
on
going
the
to do it.
gift?
I'm not
Or
doing it.
are you going to bypass the gym shoes and just get the gift?
Are you saying now that
What are
I'm
you going to splurge
now
on?
that I'm giving up shoes?
Not that
Or
you giving up. No, 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 no,
are you
no.
in
Not at
trouble? Are
all.
you in
Not at
trouble?
all. Not at
I'm
all.
going to scale down on the
Because
gift.
see, temptation ain't
You're
temptation if you didn't want it in the first place.
you
If you
asking me what I would normally do?
exactly
I would
that
scale
part.
down on the gift.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, I would. I ain't
That's
gonna
what I
lie. I'm
thought.
gonna keep it real.
That's right. You
I'm gonna
need
keep
to
it.
keep it real.
I'm
So somebody
I'm
gonna
gonna
get
get a I'm gonna
shortchanged
get a
because
less
he need a
expensive.
pair of
Hey,
Jordans.
I'm gonna get a I'm gonna get a less expensive gift so I can get my Jordans.
Three thousand
That way
dollars
we are.
Jordans,
And
right?
speaking,
Red bottom gym
but let me tell
shoes.
you this, Fly Guy. Speaking of gym shoes, our girl Suki, my good friend, my sister Thea Camara, we act together. Our friend Suki, they have shoes. If you can, Thea, put it in the comments, put the website, but the shoes are off the chain and they'll hook you up. I'm telling you. But shoes is just something that I like. It was one of those things growing up, Fly Guy.
It's not
I
just
could
shoes for you, dude. It's
I
gym
couldn't have
shoes.
gym shoes. You're right. It's gym shoes. Growing up, I didn't have a lot. And my mother loved us. She worked hard. She provided. We never went without. We were always clean, but I couldn't always get what everybody had. And I was cool with that.
Mhm.
And I vowed that one day that I would take care of my mom, which I did before she went to heaven. And not only that, that I would get shoes that I wanted. I remember when my mom was going through chemotherapy, bro. She had a celebrity and I had a Lexus.
Mhm.
I gave my mother my car, Earl. I gave her my ES 300, and I took her four-door Celebrity, and I drove that every day so my mom could ride in luxury, ride with the air, and be comfortable. And she never forgot it. And it was one of those things where, to me, I could do it out, but my mama, whatever she needed, she had it. And I made sure I drove her to her appointments when I had to drive out to the suburbs, come back. It didn't matter. That was one of the things I would never have to regret because I was there for her every step of the way. So the reason I'm saying that is because there's things that we love and things that we like and things that we do, but there's always something that is a little more important. You know,
True that.
there's
True
always
that.
something in someone that's a
True
little more
that.
important.
True
And
that.
and that's thinking about this holiday and what's going on. I'm glad you talking about this, and we're talking about it because
so
it
that
makes me
person that's
happy.
getting shortchanged because you getting them gym shoes, they ain't
No,
that
what?
important.
No, that's not it. I'm gonna be honest with you. People gonna get shortchanged this year because there's some other taxing things going on in my life
Well, is that
that have
shortchanged or is that
not
being
short,
real?
not
That's not
right.
being
So not
shortchanged.
not
That's the
shortchanged.
difference.
It's there's some other
Not
taxing things
shortchanged
going
at
on in
all,
my life
brother.
that I have to take care of,
Right.
and trust me, showing people love and being there for them and telling them you love them and embracing them and making them feel love, I think can go a long way when you have to make a decision between material and real love.
And that's what the
Yeah.
holidays are all
Mhm.
about. You know, you would much rather have your loved one to be able to give you the love and the exhilarating pleasure of showing you that they're
Yes.
there, that they care, that there's
Yeah.
an embrace, and that you guys can sit down, whether you have a drink or break bread and
Yeah.
have a meal together. But
Yes.
being face to face and not having to
Mhm.
acknowledge an empty seat at the table.
Yeah,
That's
man.
a
Yeah.
big difference. And that's what the holidays
Yes.
are all
Yes.
about. It's
Yes.
about the love and the camaraderie and the
Mhm.
joy of family, kinship, and relationship and friendship,
Yes.
because extended family is just as important as biological family.
Yeah.
And everybody doesn't have a broad biological
Hmm.
family. And sometimes we end up having to relocate to places that
Yeah.
are not our native homes. And
Hmm.
so I remember years ago, me and some fraternity brothers got together to showcase have dinner
Yeah.
with some brothers in our fraternity that relocated to Chicago
Hmm.
because of their work. Their
Hmm.
jobs relocated them from the East Coast. And
Okay.
so they didn't have family here. They weren't able to get back to their native home. So we put together a family amongst local members of the
See,
fraternity
that's what
to
I'm talking about.
celebrate and salute them as a brotherhood.
That's what I'm
And
talking
it
about.
felt as if they were still at home
Yes.
amongst their family, because it wasn't a dish or an entree on the table that they wouldn't have had at
There
home.
it is. That, but see, that's what it's about, Fly Guy. Right there. Some things are much more important than monetary and material things. And but we know you love the material things, Fly Guy.
Oh, see
The
how he
man got
tried
a
to
red
throw
bottom hat
me
on. He got a
on
red
the,
bottom hat, y'all.
but I ain't shortchanging nobody. If I
I'm
saw
not
this
either.
hat in the store,
But
I'm gonna get the hat and I'm gonna still get the gift. Okay.
wait, but wait.
Even if I have to haggle over something, I'm gonna get them.
But you calling it short change because what? You might not spend
Well,
as
because you're
much
gonna scale
money
that. So if you went hypothetically with the intentions of spending $150 on the
mhm,
person,
and you
and
spend a
these
hundred.
gym shoes are $200,
Mhm.
so then you only spent maybe $50 on the person
No,
because
I
you
was I was
scaled down.
spending.
I'm not saying
Yeah,
you
yeah,
per
yeah.
se. I'm
Mhm.
just giving that as an analogy, because the scale down is still not meeting the price point. If you're in a grab bag
If you go
and
from
the
150
goal,
to 50 or 200,
well, but
that
if
ain't
you
a
here's
scale
the
down.
deal,
That's a jump down.
if you're in a grab bag
Yeah.
and the price point is $100,
You did
and I was just in the grab bag.
for
The price point,
$100?
no, the price point was
Oh,
$50.
okay, all right. I ain't
But
going no
I
50.
was in the grab bag. The price point was $50. And
Mhm.
I could tell by the exchange that everybody did that and some probably.
Mhm.
But um the point is, if I don't commit to my $50,
Mhm.
that's the problem.
Yeah.
So
You did this
you
at
don't
work,
have the
didn't you?
luxury of scaling down. No, I didn't do it.
Oh, oh,
I didn't do it. I did it within the Fly Guy Network.
oh,
I
okay.
didn't do it at
Well,
work.
why
I
I
did
didn't
it
know
within the
about it?
Fly Guy
Why I didn't
Network
know about it?
because
Because you only got
you
$50 from the
no
Fly Guy Network?
you always get a gift from Fly Guy,
I do.
whether it's a grab bag or not. It
True,
doesn't take a grab bag
true,
for you and I to
true,
acknowledge who we are to each
true,
other.
true.
So this was
True.
something
I
outside of the
true.
box,
Yeah.
if
I know
that makes
you do
sense.
have friends besides me.
so
Yes, he
so
does.
as we're looking at the splurge, you talked about the splurge on material items.
Mhm.
What's your favorite dish? We
Oh,
talked about overeating.
oh
What
man.
you overeat on?
So my
Peach cobbler.
is no. Oh, I love my sister peach
See what
cobbler.
I tell you. All black
Greens,
people love peach cobbler.
greens and dressing, greens dressing and yams. If you taste my greens dressings and yam, you would swear to goodness that I did not cook it. You'll be like, Simeon can't cook this good. He cannot. But I have perfected Emma K. Wyman. That's my mother.
You got the recipe.
I still got the old paper that we first put it
That's
on, bro.
awesome, brother.
Folded up, Earl, and everything, brown and everything. I taught my sons how to do it. And man, when I tell you, I had to make some greens for somebody the day before Thanksgiving. My niece's best friend, Jada, I made greens for her basketball team, and they were good.
Okay.
Then I turned around and cooked some greens for the crib, and they were better than the ones I cooked the day before. And I was like, how did that happen? But I'm telling you, it's about. I don't use no measuring cup,
If
Earl.
you've
I
tasted
don't.
Simeon's cooking, holler at us at
If you, hey,
708-223-8953.
if you
If you
tasted my
have
greens,
tasted
put a
Simeon's
thumbs up in the
cooking,
thing.
call us at
Let me see if it's somebody on Facebook.
708-223-8953.
Somebody didn't taste my greens.
Because Fly Guy ain't even tasted your
Man, look,
greens.
this year you gonna get. I
Dude,
promise you gonna get a plate.
I have not
Earl, do you
tasted.
eat soul food?
I have not tasted your
Earl,
greens,
Earl
brother.
said, "Of course." I'm just
I
checking,
have
Earl.
not.
You do.
Now we are always
Sometimes you
doing.
shock me, Earl.
We are always doing charitable giving, and this is the season for charitable giving. So if you're connected to a charitable organization, whether that's Ronald McDonald House, whether that's a Boys
We
and
ain't doing
Girls
Ronald
Club,
McDonald's house.
whether it's what autism, whether it's the March of Dimes, whether it's St. Jude, if it's the University of Chicago Hospital, whatever charitable organization you may be connected to, holler at us at 708-223-8953. We would like to hear about your philanthropic work and your humanitarianism during this holiday season. Now, he's talking about the Ronald McDonald House, but I had the pleasure of being the community council chairman for the Ronald McDonald House charities in Chicago and Northwest Indiana. And I had the pleasure of also bringing in Chance the Rapper and serving with Chance. We had a great time. In fact, it was set up where he shadowed me through the day, where we did gift distributions, we served lunch, we did some face paintings, he got a tour of the house, we did a lot of things.
But wait, we're not
just
gonna mosey over that. Chance the Rapper shadowed him.
Yes, because I was the community council chairman.
What I'm saying.
So yes,
he shadowed me for the day. No, that's cool. That's
cool.
That is cool stuff.
It was a great experience. I felt like Secret Service was with me because
look at that. What that say?
Everywhere he went.
Look,
what does it say?
I want you to read.
I can't read it.
The greens were on point.
Okay, the greens was fire. Okay, yes. Okay. Thank you for confirming that. I appreciate that.
The greens are on point.
So you bring me a fork full of greens, brother.
That's it. So I'm gonna bring you a Tupperware fork.
I appreciate it, brother.
If I bring you a fork, you're gonna be mad.
Okay.
You're gonna be like, who brings somebody a fork full of greens?
You bring Fly Guy what you think Fly Guy is worthy of. Put it like that. Now, how much you gonna come in here with?
Good Lord.
That part right there, brother. But yeah, so that's the charitable organizations that I've worked with. In addition to, we have the Be Symbolic Foundation, where we're constantly giving out scholarships annually every year. We are looking forward to 2026 and paying it forward with some young, gifted, academically talented scholars going off and matriculating into higher ed. In addition to that charitable organization, I've had the pleasure of doing things with autism. So, Sim, talk to us about your favorite charity. What is your favorite charitable organization, my brother?
Honestly, my one of my favorite charitable organizations, besides our own, was always the 100 Black Men.
100 Black Men. Okay, and why 100 Black Men?
Because I was a part of. I've always gone to their galas, their events, and helped. So it was one of those things that I really took pride in being at and helping with, and being a part of it. So it was really cool what they do. That and Shy Gives Back is also another big one. Is good. So there's a few. I'm always involved.
Now talk to us about Shy Gives Back. What are the logistics of that? How does that work? Can any of our viewers get involved with that?
Yes, you can. Go to shygivesback.org, and they every year they do. They just did their big Christmas toy giveaway. They do the scholarship for teachers, and they're always giving back to the community. You can go to Shy Gives Back. They have a website, and you can find out everything you know about them. I'm not going to talk about things in depth. You can see that when you go to the website. But Shy Gives Back, it's a charitable organization that gives back, and they're doing big things in the city of Chicago.
And that's great. That's awesome. I think that's important. I think charitable organizations that help families in their survivorship,
Mm-hmm.
like autism, people with cognitive disabilities and things like that. I think that's important. I think it's important that we all find something and some way that we want to pay it forward to help humanity.
Yes.
Tomorrow's not promised to any of
Oh
us, and
goodness.
so we're all just, but by the grace of God, there go I and there go us. So we need to come to realize that it takes a village in more than one ways. I know that's typically a statement we hear when we're talking about young people and communities trying to thrive and flourish, but it takes a village, people, for us to thrive and for us to flourish as one body, as one unit. It
Mm-hmm.
takes a village for us to support each other during times of need. The holidays are a great time and a great season, but for some it's the time of depression. It's a
Ah,
time where they're missing. It's a time of
yes.
loneliness. And so when we're paying it forward and we could link ourselves to charitable organizations,
Yeah.
that helps us change the atmosphere, change the environment, change the mindset, even if it's only for that day. During that Christmas holiday party, as the chairman for the community council of Ronald McDonald House, that's the one day that the families that are staying at the Ronald McDonald House don't have to focus so much on why they're there,
Yeah.
because the kids are
Yeah.
playing.
Yeah.
They're
Yeah.
seeing
It's
the
mhm.
traditional activities of
Yes.
their children.
Yes, yes, and that's what it's about. When you can get outside of the normal daily rigmarole, what's going on every day, and you can get to a place where you can just be happy and have a good time. I think those are things that you remember. And one thing I want to say to you guys is for the people that's missing people, and you get down and depressed, because people get down and depressed because of their loved ones. Think about this: when that loved one was here, how much did they love you? How much did they love seeing you being happy? How much did they push you to be happy and pray for you to be happy? These are the things that, if you think about these things, you're going to smile and think on the good things and be able to have a good time and honor their memory and not ball up in the corner and be depressed.
That part, and that's important,
Yes.
and that's important, and they would want you to live
Yes.
your life to the
Yes.
fullest and celebrate. They want you to celebrate them as an ancestor,
Think
and they
about it.
want you to keep it moving the way they would have done if they were
Yes,
here.
your grandmama's mama went to heaven, and she had you and took care of you. So if something happens and your mother goes to heaven, then you have to realize she wants you to still live and take care of your kids. It's lineage. It's called generations. And then the way you make people happy and the way you move forward is to honor the generations.
That part,
Yeah.
honor the legacy of
Because if
those
we
that
didn't, none of
came.
us would be here.
That's right. So, Simbo,
Yes, sir.
what do you do when you bring in the new year? So we talked about Christmas, and we know that this is the season to be joyful and
Mhm.
grateful, but this is the season to celebrate, brother. Out with the old and in with the new. How do you bring in the new year?
Well, this year I will be I will be out of town bringing in the new year, and as soon as I come back from bringing in the new year, my new year will be starting off with a tremendous change in my life.
Okay.
Something big, something, I can't really talk about it yet, but I'm trusting God and looking forward to having a victorious story and being able to be a witness and to show people how good God is. So remember, I said that because we're going into the new year and it's going to be a whole new thing.
A new year, new you, brother.
Man,
That's all
yeah,
right.
yeah,
That's good. God is good,
yeah. What
man.
about you?
God
What are
is
you going? How
good.
are you going to bring in the new year?
Well, there are different ways that I bring in the new year. So sometimes I'm at church.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm with family.
Hmm.
Sometimes I'm, just in an atmosphere, intimate atmosphere.
Right. I feel
Sometimes
you. I
I'm,
feel you.
I'm chill.
Right.
I don't
Depends on how
like
you're
to.
feeling.
Right, and it depends on what's going on in the atmosphere of the world. Meaning, nowadays I used to be the point man at the
Right.
party,
Exactly.
you know,
Hosting, kicking it. We used to
all
do
of
it.
that. But
That's yeah.
now it's the most the probably the worst time to be out in the social atmosphere is New Year's Eve,
Yeah.
because everybody is intoxicated,
Man.
basically.
And
Everybody,
people don't know how
men,
to
women,
act.
people, old, young,
Man,
everybody.
be like,
And
why is your
so,
grandma drunk?
so I think I find it more safe
Mhm.
to be secluded,
Yeah.
and I find an intimate setting to be the best setting for Fly Guy,
I'm with you.
because Fly Guy got to live to see tomorrow. And so I don't have time for allowing myself to be in an atmosphere
Yeah.
that's not controlled
I,
by me.
I'm with you right there. And
I'm not a controlling person,
yeah.
but I need to be in a controlled
No, yes,
atmosphere
that makes
at
a lot of
all
sense.
times.
That makes a lot of sense because you have to realize you can't control people, and when you're in certain atmospheres in certain places, certain things are going on. People are getting intoxicated. People are feeling themselves, and then you have some people that don't think rational like we think, and not just there to have a good time and then go home. They get besides themselves, and things happen that shouldn't happen. And now
Exactly.
we're reading about it on the news. I'm not gonna be there.
But however you celebrate safe. Now, going to
Safely.
church is an option.
Yeah.
That is something that a lot of people do.
Mhm.
And even at my church, after the service and the new year comes in, everybody doesn't leave out immediately.
No, why
There's
would you?
food in the back. There's music in the back in
Mhm.
the fellowship hall area. And so there are things that you can do that keep people occupied for the next couple of hours until it's a little bit more less risky to go out into the
So
streets
they play
of the
music.
public. Oh yeah, we have a
Would it,
DJ and
they play
everything.
boots on the ground and all that
All
stuff.
of that. You
Oh,
can line dance, you can do all of that
they drink. They
because
drink.
it's no, they're
The
not
sipping
drinking.
saint. The
No,
sipping saints are in the
no, it
building.
ain't no drinking. It ain't no drinking.
Hey, Earl,
But
they
it's
be
an
like, hey,
atmosphere.
Jesus drank wine.
It's a controlled atmosphere where
Yeah,
people
no,
can
that's
come
good.
to church because at midnight when the new year comes
Yeah,
in, it's still a lot of
yeah. You
shooting.
don't want to go outside.
We adopted that we gonna shoot supposedly in the air at midnight when technically the
Have
shooting
you ever done
starts
that?
at 7 o'clock
Have you ever done that?
in the evening. At
Have you ever
midnight,
done that?
it's 5 hours away. The shooting starts at 7. Yes, I have. I have shot in the air.
That's one thing I do not like about the 4th of July.
What does the 4th of
People,
July have to do
because
with
people, you talking about shooting, people,
people shooting on
man, no, look, people start shooting in June all the way to
for
August.
Juneteenth?
You don't know if it's fireworks,
The
is it
kickoff
good?
celebration for
Oh my
Juneteenth.
God. It is
Oh
crazy.
my God. But we know as a culture, there are some things that we do for the new year. And the Fly Guy is going to give you the top 10 things
Uh-oh.
that Black people do
Oh
when it
wow.
comes to the new
I gotta hear this.
new year, the new you. You heard me right. The new you in the new year.
I gotta hear
We
this.
eat lucky foods. So we're going to eat black eyed peas.
Okay.
Black eyed peas are for good luck and wealth in the new year. We're going to eat greens and cornbread. Now, Simeon talked about all of this earlier. Now, he didn't even know I had this list, just to show you how in divine order, that's what I'll say it is. Just how accurate it is. He talked about this, and he going to bring me a pot of greens.
A whole pot. Dang.
Greens and cornbread. Collard greens symbolize money, and cornbread represents gold.
Oh, okay.
We also enjoy pork. Pork represents abundance and progression. I don't care what you said about the high blood pressure, brother. It
Keep the
represents
swine.
abundance and progression. Hoppin' John. Now, Hoppin' John, that's a good dish, baby. That's an old school
what
dish.
is Hoppin' John?
Hoppin'
I don't know what
Johns
that
is
is.
black eyed peas and rice. Dish of peas and rice for luck and maintaining your memory. You need to have a sound mind. And then, as I said, you can go to church, watch night service. That's a historically significant church service for prayer, reflection, and remembering freedom. Remember, we celebrate freedom typically for Juneteenth, but watch night service is what the slaves did. That goes back to our ancestors. That's the culture. It's the method and the madness to why we do things, Black people. Pour libations. Libations represent a traditional spiritual practice to honor our ancestors. We talked about remembering our ancestors. Once again, Simeon didn't even know I had this list, but look at how authentic it was. Make some noise, clanging pots and pans to scare away what? Evil spirits.
What? People do that for real?
Pots and pans to scare away evil spirits. These are some Black practices. Number 8, celebrate Black joy. We talked about this. Gather with loved ones, enjoy good food, and share uplifting moments. Okay. Number 9, Support Black-owned businesses. I said that at the top of the show.
Yeah.
Intellectual Radio, merchandise, caps, T-shirts, all kind of paraphernalia. Hit Earl Winfrey up and support a Black man with a Black business and Intellectual Radio, a studio, a network, a media platform where you can tune in every week to whatever show you choose to, but mainly to the Real Talk podcast on Tuesdays from 8 to 9 with your fly guy and Simeon Henderson right here at Intellectual Radio Studio, where we like to what? Feed your brain. And number 10, wear polka dots, Simeon. It symbolizes coins and good fortune. Everybody needs some what? Coins. Those are the top 10 things that you want to do for the new year. Remember, you heard it here with your fly guy. Don't forget them black eyed peas. And ladies, make sure you have a man cross your threshold at midnight.
What?
Oh, yeah. You don't know that? Simeon, I can't believe you don't know these things. I can't believe you don't know these things, brother.
Well, fly guy, there's only a 20-year age difference between us.
Yes.
So I didn't know. So wait, they crossed the threshold. What happened?
At midnight, women like for a man to cross their threshold at midnight.
And what does that symbolize?
Security, relationship. It symbolizes a lot for a woman.
Oh, okay. Thanks.
Well taken care of.
Okay.
It symbolizes a lot for a woman.
Okay, that's what's up.
If you're a woman and you're out there and you like for a man to cross your threshold at midnight for the new year, 708-223-8953. Maybe we can get Simeon to do some drive-by.
No, do not call for that. Maybe we'll do a dating show.
It was a joke
for you.
It was.
I'm not crossing your threshold. So
I said that because Simeon didn't know it. He never heard of it. He act like he oblivious to everything.
I didn't know. That one I didn't know. That one I didn't know.
Never heard that. Simbo, it's time for person to person, brother. Person to person is the time of the show where we hear from one of you, and you have a situation that you'd like to share with us, and we're happy to get involved and engage in your situation with you, and hopefully we're able to persuade you in a positive direction. Tonight's letter is all about season's greetings. It starts off. The letter reads, "Season's greetings, Real Talk. I enjoyed the show tremendously. We have approached the Christmas holiday season, and I am so excited. Christmas is my favorite time of the year. The traditional festivities of Christmas lights, holiday concerts, musicals, shopping, and eating delicious homemade meals prepared by my family using recipes shared from generations of my ancestors keep me fueled with excitement. I remember when I was a little girl, I could barely sleep at night. I had so much built up excitement. I could not wait to get up and open my gifts under our beautifully decorated real Christmas tree." They had a real tree. "As an adult, I have always made Christmas something special for my children, family, and friends. This year, I'm trying to decide if I want to spend as much money on others as I have traditionally. I somehow feel as if I don't give my traditional style of gifts, that I'm shortchanging everyone and will be a disappointment. I typically go all out and buy everyone very nice gifts without concentrating so much on the dollar amount. I have never really put a price limit on gifts. Now, don't get me wrong, I shop within reason, but the pleasure of Christmas shopping for my family and friends typically exceeds my normal shopping limitations. Real talk. Am I wrong for wanting to play it a little cheap this year? Signed, giving the gift of economic wisdom."
Well, you know what I'm gonna say.
Say it. What are you going to say?
It's your money. If you don't feel that you need to spend more money than you need to or you normally do, you don't have to do it. Get them something nice, like you said. And if they don't appreciate it, then oh well. I'm just saying.
Well, I think that
it's the thought that counts. And you're saying it's
easier said than done.
But what she's saying, or whoever
she says she's a little girl.
Yeah, she did. What she's saying is she's not saying that she's gonna like be cheap. She just said if she scaled back a little bit. So instead of spending $100, she might spend 80 or 70. And then, you can still get somebody a nice, thoughtful gift.
I don't think it's a right or wrong in it. I think that for Christmas, to the point of this letter, most people, most times during the holidays, splurge. So, I was being lighthearted early on,
Mm-hmm.
talking about your favorite splurge,
Yeah,
what you
yeah,
like
oh
to
yeah,
buy. We was
yeah,
talking about the gym shoes.
yeah, yeah.
But most people realistically do splurge
Oh
at
yeah,
Christmas and try to get caught up at the top of the year when all the bills start coming in from the
yeah,
credit card spending and things like that. And I think that the emphasis are inappropriately placed when
yeah,
we start thinking like that.
yeah.
I don't think that, the value of what you purchase for someone has to anything to do with the validation of who you are to them.
Okay.
So, don't feel like you're going to disappoint anyone because you don't come in with a $500 gift
Right.
or a
That and
fancy watch like you've always
right.
done,
And
or
that,
whatever
yeah.
the case may be, because at some point the battery in the watch is going to stop working, and so the watch is going to go out. At some point, the
Yeah.
person that you bought the new iPhone for,
Yeah.
that's going to have a defect in it.
Yeah.
But what's not going to be a defect is your love for that person.
Thank you.
So keep thriving in that
Thank you.
direction, my
That's yeah.
sister,
There
and
you
you
go.
will win all the time.
Don't major on a minor because if
Oh,
some
that was big talk.
I'm just saying if somebody's with you just because or around you just because they think you're gonna get them a big gift or the best gift, that's not cool. No one knows your financial situation or what you're trying to do or what you have to do, but you. So whatever you can afford to do, you do it.
Exactly. And we hope that we've helped you, because I really would not think twice about it personally. I wouldn't think twice about it,
Oh, if you
because
couldn't do it,
if I wouldn't
yeah,
think twice
no,
about being a disappointment
yeah,
to
you
somebody,
shouldn't.
because whatever I get, Christmas is beyond gift giving.
Thank you.
And so once again, I get it. It's a big part
And
of it.
that's what broke people
Well,
always say.
well, it's a big part of it, because we mad when if I got Simeon a Rolex and he bought me a Timex.
Yeah, you're
That
gonna be
ain't
mad.
equally balanced.
But I didn't.
so
But I
so
didn't know
we
you was gonna
do,
give me a Rolex.
but regardless, you need to come with your A game. So see that part. That's where people start falling out at about
That's
gifts.
when you open their gift first and you know what you got them, Earl. You be like, hey, I'll be right back. You be trying to run and find something. Go to get a gift card. Go put 5,000 on this gift card real quick.
And the gift card is the cop out. You ain't shop for
Hey,
nothing.
hey,
So,
go get your own stuff.
oh my God. So, hey,
Oh,
we hope that we have helped you given the gift of economic wisdom. And I think economic wisdom is the best gift you can offer,
man.
especially during the Christmas season. Simeon, how do we find and maintain the grateful spirit during turbulent times? Now, like this lady, she just wrote in about this letter, and
Mhm.
she's kind of straddling the fence. And there may be others like this, and there may be others out there that don't even have the means. She's talking about the value of a gift.
Yeah.
Somebody might be out there struggling with just getting a gift.
Yeah.
Just getting a $10 or $15 gift.
Hmm.
So how do we find a space to look at being grateful when times are turbulent for some of us? Because for some of us, it's every household is
Yeah.
governed different.
Yeah.
Every income is different. And so when we get to this time of the year, especially when we have kids,
Yeah.
when there are kids involved, we really don't want to be the disappointment, because now our kids are going to school and they friends showing up. Look, my daddy bought me a new iPad. My Uncle Festus got me this. And,
Thank God I ain't got no little kids.
so what can you offer the motivational speaker? You give a good motivational message every morning.
I
Don't
do.
sit on real talk and act like
I
you tongue
do.
tied.
But I don't give a motivational speech about spending money.
It's not about spending money. It's about staying in a space of contentment and
Right?
happiness.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
not about the money. And so if you look
Okay.
at it, the money that actually the message helps you not focus on the money.
Right. Okay, so here it is. Um
It's turbulent times. What are we doing? How do we move?
well, you gotta have some belief. You gotta have some belief. Okay. You gotta believe in yourself first of all, and you have to believe that things will get better. You have to believe that you'll be able to get the things that you need, the things that you want, the things that you must have. You have to believe and you have to have faith that if you hold on to what you believe in, those things that you look forward to, those things that you're praying for, that it will manifest because of your belief. Sometimes we forget. we look at circumstances and situations and we forget that we've always had victories. We've always had wins and times where we were walking in abundance.
Right.
And what you have to do and understand is if that time comes where you have a little less than you normally had or can't get what you normally could, look at why, but not only look at why, look at what you can do to get back to where you were because you know how to get there. You know what it feels like. So now all you have to do is go back in remembrance, which brings me to this point. I started doing my 30-day refocus challenge today. And that is taking 5 minutes out of my day to remind myself of the things that I've done, the victories I've had, the things I've won. And you take that and you remind yourself when those obstacles come. And obstacles come in all shapes,
Yeah.
forms. You know, whether it's money, whether it's relationships, whether it's your kids and not having enough and things like that, losing a job, looking for a job. But when you believe in yourself and you believe and who you are and whose you are, that's when it changes and people will see the change in you and they will look at you differently, not in a bad way, but in the fact that this is a person that knows what they want, knows how to get it, and they're not going to come off of it until they make it happen. So that's all I got to say. Believe.
That's a lot. You said a lot,
Yeah, I
brother.
did.
To believe, to
Yep.
believe. That's how you get through the turbulent times. That's how
Yes.
you keep your faith and you hold on to your gratefulness
Man.
and you hold on to grace and mercy and
Yes.
you believe and you keep moving. You don't stop.
Yes.
You stay resilient, you persevere, you push beyond, you push and pray until something
Come
happens
on,
and
man.
you get to the other side. And then when you look back, when you see somebody else in that space, you
Hmm.
grab them and you bring them
Man,
on.
come on,
You pull
man.
a Harriet
Come on.
Tubman, you
Come
go
on.
back from whence you come and you bring everybody else and put them on.
Which
You know
Harriet
what I'm
Tubman
saying?
though?
Hey,
Not the one that's gonna
a
shoot you if you
woman
don't
called
move.
Moses, brother, a woman called Moses.
Hey, Harriet Tubman was a bad woman,
That's
boy.
right. That's
That
right.
was
But
a
while you're
bad
out
woman.
there, I want you guys to remember to shop at bigger and better black owned businesses during this holiday season. When you're picking up those gifts, those
Mhm.
grab bag gifts, those holiday gifts, and you're putting those big, nice wrapping paper on them and big, nice bowls with big glittery stickers and all of that. Make sure in that beautiful package there is something from a black owned business. Simbo, you got a black owned business you gonna support this year?
Yes, I am.
What's the name of it?
Be
Ralph
symbolic.
Cigars.
Be symbolic.
Be
I'm
symbolic.
supporting Mindful Roots. They do with Mindful Roots, we do healthy juices and healthy drinks, immune drinks, and things like that. I'm going to push the businesses that I have a direct hand in, but I'm also going to support other black businesses too. So my goal is to support black owned businesses for real.
I will be supporting Be Symbolic, obviously, that goes without saying. And I will be supporting a young lady by the name of Janie Coleman. Janie designs t-shirts. So when you see those Black Girls Magic and Black Women Rock and all of
Oh
those
man.
types of things, she's the creative and she designs t-shirts. She has a business. And so I will be supporting her.
Mhm.
There's some people that I know that design handbags for women. I know a young lady that makes candles. I'm going to be supporting a lot of businesses like that with some natural things and just making certain that when I give my money out,
Mhm.
that I'm using economic wisdom, as our letter writer stated, to support somebody that's black and that's an entrepreneur
Right.
and that's trying to get up and get on. We oftentimes overlook the small business owner.
And I want to say this real quick. I almost forgot to say it. I was going to wear the shirt today, but I'll probably wear it next week. Damon Reed and Nicole Reed. Damon Reed, he did the Still Searching Project. You know, he's
Okay.
been doing all his
Yes.
mural and all that stuff.
Yes.
Man, support their his art, their clothing. Nicole wrote a book called I Can Survive. I read this whole book, and they're just doing great things. So make sure you support them because they are doing big things. And coming up in February, I want you guys to know that we have an Earl. We got to get intellectual radio out there to it. And Fly Guy, they're doing a premiere, going to be doing a premiere screening of the TV show Tyrant, the series Tyrant, like father, like son, and Bo Deal. They're doing the premiere. It's going to be dope.
Fly Guy need a role in this.
Yeah, I told you the new auditions are going to be coming up for season 2. So I'm gonna let you know, bro. You just got to show up because Fly Guy he get too busy and can't come. So that's why he don't be in
I'm
stuff,
there.
y'all.
I'm
so
there
y'all
for
know
this.
the stuff he in. That's what he can make. Sometimes he can't make it because he be jet set.
No, I'm good. I'm there for this.
But
I'm
we're
there
going
for this.
to support.
This might be
And
my way to my Oscar.
my one man show is gonna be coming out, Earl. I'm gonna show you and Fly Guy the snippet that I shot. And shout out to Chris Adams and Malcolm Banks. Thank you guys. And it's time for us to stand up and do what we need to do. But keep on moving forward and keep on pushing and keep on walking in your purpose. Okay, your dreams are your dreams, but you need to bring them to pass so people can see them.
Speaking of dreams, does the Bears have dreams?
God.
The Bears are 9-4. What are the dreams for Caleb Williams with that interception he threw the other night? Was he dreaming?
I'm not. He was definitely dreaming because there were 2 guys wide open. I don't know why he threw that ball over there, but he did. So that's a whole nother conversation.
Well, you need to talk about that. We're in sports talk.
We don't
and
got
people want to know.
We don't got enough time. I don't know why he did it. I wish I knew why he did it, but I don't know why he did it.
What are your predictions for this upcoming Sunday against the Cleveland Browns?
Oh, it's going to be a good game. And then my boy is playing really well. Shador Sanders is playing really well. I don't know if you saw the last game, but he threw for 365 yards, 3 touchdowns, and ran for a touchdown. He had a phenomenal game. But the problem with that game, Kevin Stefanski, whatever his name is, the coach, they were going for a 2-point conversion to tie it up, and they took him out the game and did some stupid trick play. Worst thing I ever seen in my life. Anybody can tell you. And it was crazy. But we'll see what happens this week. Go Bears, hopefully. And your Detroit Lions won. Finally.
They
lost a couple games. They only lost a couple games.
We coming.
They lost a couple games in a row.
Coming for the Lions. You want to hear me roar? Coming for the Lions.
They lost a couple of games.
So what happened last night in the OT? There was overtime.
Oh yeah, Philly. and Philly lost to the Chargers.
Talk to me about that. What was that game was really with Hurts?
That game was kind of bad.
Was Hurts hurt?
I don't know what was going on, but I know that Herbert was hurt, but he still played, and I don't know what was going on with Jalen Hurts, but it was not a good Monday night showing.
It was not. So Simeon, what can we expect to see? What are your predictions, I should say, that we can expect to see in the Super Bowl?
I don't know.
You think Denver is going to make it?
No.
You don't?
They don't.
Denver is decent.
They can.
You think the 49ers going to make it?
Definitely not.
Wouldn't that be awesome, though, if they were playing in their own stadium for Super Bowl?
That would be super cool, but it's not going to happen. I'm sorry. That would be super awesome, but that's not going to happen.
Do you think the Texans are going to make it?
They have a chance.
I know they have a chance.
They have a good chance. They have a good chance. So we'll see. But I'm looking forward to next 2 weeks. No, actually, no, not yet. Next week, I'm looking forward to the college football playoffs. We're gonna see what's going on. You got Alabama against Oklahoma. You got Miami and Notre Dame didn't make the playoffs.
I'm shocked.
And Miami made it over them. And because they didn't make it, the coach took them out of the bowl game. They would not be playing in the bowl game because they didn't make the playoffs.
Wow.
Yeah. He said, "Hey man, if we can't play in the big show, we ain't playing." But you know who should not have made the playoffs? Alabama.
Why?
They shouldn't know. They shouldn't have won. They shouldn't have went in over Notre Dame. It should have been Notre Dame and Miami, but Alabama should not have gone in because their record wasn't as good.
Okay.
But they're Alabama.
Well, on the college team roster of winning, there's my alum and my alma mater, the Southern University, Baton Rouge, Louisiana. We took home the trophy
for that
the Bayou Classic.
Yeah, the Bayou Classic. Yeah.
We defeated the Grambling State Tigers, our arch rival. Once again, the granddaddy of the HBCU Classics is the Bayou Classic.
The Bayou Classic.
Played every year the weekend of Thanksgiving in the New Orleans Superdome. That is the experience to be in.
That's the Negro
if you
Bowl,
want an HBCU Classic. If you want to have an experience of culture and Black excellence, meet Southern University and Grambling State University in the Bayou Classic. Simbo, what's your motivational message so that we can wrap up?
I gave it already.
Segment.
I gave it already.
You need to give one for the road, brother.
Man, I gave it.
This
okay.
gives motivation 24/7.
But I'm saying I gave that motivational speech I just gave you. That was on point. But I'll give you one more. So the last one I'm going to give you as you go into this holiday season and as you continue to walk in your purpose, I want you to know who you are. When you understand who you are, that's when you move forward. That's when you grow. That's when you walk in your purpose and achieve your dreams because you know what's on the inside of you. You know who you are, where you're going, and what you want. So know who you are and be symbolic. Simply your best.
Be symbolic. Simply your best. Be motivated, be inspired, be encouraged, and stay empowered. Stay on top of the world. The world needs you. Look for the wins in everything that you do. Don't worry about what you don't have. Be thankful for what you do. Talk to God every day because God would love to hear from you. I'm your fly guy, and this is Real Talk at Intellectual Radio. We look forward to seeing you in the same place, same time, same station.
Subscribe, and share. Appreciate you guys. Love you. Peace. Deuces.